All right, good evening, everybody.
Who said that?
I did.
Well, I'm not used to this.
All right, good evening again, everybody. Welcome to the Hillsborough Township Board of Education's annual organization meeting and regular meeting. In accordance with the State Sunshine Law of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Hillsborough Township Board of Education was provided on December 29, 2014 to the Hillsborough Beacon and the Courier News. The notice has also been posted at the Board of Education office, and a copy has been sent to the Township Clerk and to the Public Library. As you all know, I get to do this once a year, and it's usually my few minutes of fame, and I'm going to try to make it very few minutes of fame. So with that said, let's do our Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alrighty, the next item on our agenda tonight is the announcement of the general election for school board, which was held on November 4th, 2014. Elected to the board for a three-year term are the following: Mrs. Judith Haas with 3,457 votes, Mrs. Jen Haley with 3,352 votes, and Mr. Steve Cohen with 3,306 votes. At this time, I'd like to swear in our three board members, and I will do it individually today, so we'll ask Mrs. Haas to step up to the podium first.
Thank you. We have a 10 We're good.
Please state your name. Will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, please state your name. Possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of Board of Education, and I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my abilities, so help me God. Congratulations to you all.
Where'd he go? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Superintendent. Your assistant. Thank you. Same here.
Okay, welcome everybody. And now that we are organized, I'd like to take a roll call. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Here.
Ms. Santafonte?
Here.
Mr. Cohen?
Here.
Mr. Dutta?
Here.
Mr. Gillette?
Here.
Mrs. Haas?
Here.
Mrs. Haley?
Here.
Mr. Kinst?
Here.
And Ms. Soisson?
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, what I'd like to do is take the election of the board officers, and the first nomination will be for board president. So I'm going to open the floor now for nominations for board president.
I have to get to the microphone?
Play the speed.
I don't know. I would like to nominate Tom Kinsbeck as president.
Okay, Ms. Santafonte nominates Mr. Kinst. Mr. Kinst, do you accept this nomination?
I do.
Okay. Now that Mr. Kinst has accepted the nominations, do we have any other nominations for board president? Going once, going twice, 3 times. Okay. I'm going to take a motion at this point to close the nomination for board president. May I have a motion to
I move
close?
that we close nominations for board president.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. I'm going to do a quick roll call. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Yes.
Ms. Santafonte?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Dutta?
Yes.
Mr. Gillette?
Yes.
Mrs. Haas?
Yes.
Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Mr. Kinst?
Yes.
And Ms. Soisson?
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to vote on the president, and the president that is being presented to the board is Mr. Kinst. So I'd like a motion to vote on the board president, which would be Mr. Kinst. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Gotcha, I didn't even ask for it. Thank you. All right, any questions, comments? Okay. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Yes.
Ms. Santafonte?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Dutta?
Yes.
Mr. Gillette?
Yes.
Mrs. Haas?
Yes.
Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Mr. Kinst?
Yes.
And Ms. Soisson?
Yes.
Congratulations, Mr. Kinst.
Deb's spreading out again.
One reason for voting.
Congratulations, sir. My fun is over. My fun is over.
Get back to what you usually like to do. Okay. I just want to thank fellow board members for your support and continued confidence in my role for this, and I will strive, honored to do so, and strive to do the best that I can. As I've said before, I'm one of 9, so it's really the entire board that's important, that drives the direction of the district, oversees the policies and the strategic plan, and also the budget and the commitment that we have to all the stakeholders that are involved with the district. So we'll get on with business. Thanks. So next on the agenda is election for vice president. So I will open the floor. Let's see, did you take a motion first to take nominations? Or
No.
All right, I'll open the floor for nominations for vice president.
I'd like to nominate Mrs. Haley for vice president.
Any other nominations? Okay. First, do you accept the nomination, Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Okay. Any other nominations? Okay, now, following the same procedure, I'd like to entertain a motion to close nominations for vice president.
I move that we close nominations.
Okay. Roll call, please, Mr. Mahmood.
Surely. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Yes.
Ms. Santafonte?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Ms. Dutta?
Yes.
Mr. Dutta? Mr. Gillette?
Yes.
Mrs. Haas?
Yes.
Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Ms. Wasson?
Yes.
And Mr. Kent?
Yes.
Motion passes.
So,
No,
that was just a closed nomination.
You got Dr. Schiff ready to go. Dr. Schiff.
Now comes the vote for the vice president, Jen Haley. So I'd like to entertain a motion. This now is to vote to elect Jen Haley as vice president for the board.
Motion.
Motion's on the floor.
So moved.
Okay, second.
Got it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Roll call, please, Mr. Mahmood.
Surely. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Yes.
Ms. Santafonte?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Dutta?
Yes.
Mr. Gillette?
Yes.
Mrs. Haas?
Yes.
Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Ms. Wasson?
Yes.
And Mr. Kent?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now, that was
Now we
I do, I know.
that excited. Okay. Next on the item of the agenda is the meeting schedule, which is in the attachment, which is essentially, as we've done before, every second Monday and every fourth Monday. We do have on May 11th is also going to be our mid-year organization, in which we assign those positions or appointments that are tied more closely with the academic year. And then the organization meeting for the next term, which is January 4th, 2016. So that'll be posted on the website. I don't think we need to have a motion for that.
we don't.
Okay. And then with regard to board committee appointments, for operations, that will be chaired by Mr. Gillette, with Jen Haley and Steve Cohen as members. For education committee, that will be chaired by Judy Haas, with Lorraine Soussan and Ev Dutta as members. For human resources, that will be chaired by Dina Santafonte, with Dana Bogacheski and Lorraine Soussan as members. On the governance committee, I'm actually going to chair that, and I want to try this year having it act more like an executive council. So it'll have Dina Santafonte, Judy Haas, and then the vice president, Jen Haley, who will also represent operations. And then we have a number of individual appointments to represent the board in different manners. For Township Liaison is Jen Haley. For Cultural Arts Commission, Greg Gillette.
Thank you.
For Legislative Rep, Jen Haley. For the Municipal Alliance Representative, Dina Santafonte. For the Joint Council Liaison, Lorraine Soussan. Thank you. For the Garden State Coalition of Schools Representative, Judy Haas. For the Somerset County Educational Services Commission Representative, Judy Haas. Not only is she a member, she's the president. For the Somerset County School Board Association Representative, Lorraine Soussan, if you're willing to. To be determined?
To
To be determined. Okay, thanks. Sorry to spring that on you. And then for the NJSBA liaison, myself. So I can give you that.
That's the delegate.
That's the delegate assembly, yes. Okay, I think we've got all of those appointments. Okay, correspondence on the agenda is as you see in the agenda. And now I'd like to hand it over to Dr. Schiff for the superintendent's report.
Thank you. First, Happy New Year to all. Congratulations to our re-elected board members as well as our new board member, Mr. Cohen, as well as officers and our new chairs. Good evening, everyone. I have some exciting news to share with the board and with the community tonight. Throughout the fall and winter, Hillsborough High School social studies teacher Chris Giordano has been hard at work not only educating his social studies students, but also enlightening his teaching peers on digital citizenship, advocacy, and the power of reflection and blogging for educators. Chris was a chief organizer and presenter at the New Jersey and Pennsylvania's Elevating and Celebrating Effective Teaching and Teachers Conference at Raritan Valley Community College in September. He also presented at Edscape in New Milford, New Jersey on October 18th and at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Elevating and Celebrating Effective Teaching and Teachers Conference in New Orleans at the end of October. At the end of this month, Chris will also be presenting at the Kentucky Elevating and Celebrating Effective Teaching and Teachers Conference. Topics include digital citizenship, advocacy, and the power of reflection and blogging. Congratulations to Chris. Hillsborough Township School has been ranked 28th on the Niche.com list of best public school districts in New Jersey. The website ranked 8,738 school districts nationwide based upon school district statistics as well as incorporating the 4.6 million opinions provided by the website and provided by students and parents. Congratulations, students, staff, and administrators on being ranked 28th in the state of New Jersey. And I just look forward to an successful and exciting new year. Thank you, Mr. Kess.
Thank you. Continuing on the agenda, we have approval of minutes. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the December 8th, 2014 executive session minutes.
So moved.
Second. Okay. Got it. Any comments, questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions?
Abstain.
Abstain.
Okay.
Got it.
Steve and Jen.
Yep.
Motion passes. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the December 8, 2014 regular session minutes.
So moved. Second.
Dina?
Gotcha.
Any questions, comments? I think there were some corrections that you had.
Yeah, I sent a few edits
Yep.
Yes.
on both of them, but they were minor.
Yes,
so.
with corrections.
Okay, with the corrections.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions?
Abstain.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, now I'd like to open the floor to the public for either new business. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's a little weird. Actually, first let's do committee reports. I don't know if we have any committee reports. None to report. All right, well then, back to public input. First with the 2015 budget. That's, again, a standing item that we have as we have entered the budget season. Okay, seeing none, now I'd like to open the floor to the public for either new business or for items on the action agenda. And seeing none, continuing on with the action agenda, Dr. Schiff.
Thank you. We have a very brief action agenda tonight. In education, we just have one motion to approve travel and related expenses.
I'd like to entertain a motion to approve item A1 of the action agenda.
So moved.
Okay, second.
Second. Gotcha.
Okay, roll call, please. All right, any discussion? Okay, roll call, please, Mr. Mahmood.
Surely. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Yes.
Ms. Santafonte?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Dutta?
Yes.
Mr. Gillette?
Yes.
Mrs. Haas?
Yes.
Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Ms. Wasant?
Yes.
Mr. Kent?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Motion passes. Continuing on with the action agenda, Dr. Schiff.
Thank you. I ask for the board's consideration of the following motions that I'm recommending under the area of human resources to approve the resolution creating 2 new teacher of English as a second language position, as was discussed in prior education committee reports, as well as the motions to approve the 2 appointments for those positions.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve items B1 and B2 of the action agenda.
So moved.
Okay, second. Ms. Jen.
Gotcha.
Second.
Okay.
Lorraine?
Any discussion? Okay. Roll call, please, Mr. Mahmood.
Surely. Ms. Bogoshevsky?
Yes.
Ms. Santafonte?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Dutta?
Yes.
Mr. Gillette?
Yes.
Mrs. Haas?
Yes.
Mrs. Haley?
Yes.
Ms. Wasant?
Yes.
Mr. Cantz?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion passes.
That's all the action agenda items we have for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll open back up to the public for any old business. Seeing none, to the board. Old business, Mrs. Haley.
I just wanted to take a brief moment to say thank you to my fellow board members for nominating me again as Vice President of the Board of Education. Coming from the background of community service and my mom being a teacher for, I won't say how long because I won't embarrass her, this is something I take very seriously. And there's a reason that Hillsborough is consistently named one of the best places to live, and our schools are always named one of the best, is because we have amazing teachers and administration, and this board is, here to support the goals moving forward. And I think we've done a really good job, and I'm looking forward to continued good work. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mrs. Haley. There was, well, I'm sure we're going to get it in the following meetings. First rate, the OOB Raiders, Team 75, they had their kickoff meeting this weekend. So we'll get the updates. So always enjoy having that. So same large team, over 100 students, various ages, doing multiple things, whether it's the actual engineering, strategy, design work, or PR. So it was great meeting with them and actually seeing a lot of the alumni who came back, who went off to college, and this was a formative piece for them and helped them set a direction for where they were to be successful there. So we'll continue seeing their progress.
They also had playing field come that day. So their kickoff playing field actually came, their team.
Oh, good.
And met with them later in the afternoon, which was really nice.
That's cool.
And they're starting a whole initiative with the autistic program at the high school, that they're going to start working there on Tuesdays with that.
Great.
So that's
Yeah,
really good.
as they continue showing not only they're good designers and engineers, but they also contribute a lot to the community and their community leaders as well. Okay. Mr. Gillette.
Thank you, Mr. Kintz. Congratulations on being president again. So I know we just sort of had a de facto, I guess, approval for our meeting schedule. Although we didn't vote, we approve it as part of the meeting. So I'm going to say again, this is nothing that we can change for this year, obviously, and you're probably going to want to talk about it, if at all, if anybody even wants to, in one of the committees. But the schedule where we have a meeting on like the second Monday, and then we have committee meetings the next week, and then the week after that, then we have the fourth meeting. I don't see how that works. I'd rather have a committee meeting the first week of the month, then have board meeting that second Monday, right? So then you're reporting your committee report within a few days. What happens, especially in operations where things move very quickly all the time, is you've seen me do it when I report. I'm looking over it. I'm trying to report and get board input on the things we discussed as a committee. But I'm looking over at Mr. Mahmood every time and saying, that's already completed, isn't it? He's like, yeah, we done it. We did it. We did the action. It's all done. So even if 6 board members said, you know what, we shouldn't have knocked down that wall or whatever, too late. It's already done. So and when I started on the board, we had committee meeting, then we had a work meeting where all we did was do committee reports, had presentations from administration, and had things like honoring the teachers, retirements, or new teacher day, and things like that. And then the second meeting of the month, we did all the action. I like that better. I guess we're never going back to that. I guess every meeting has to be an action meeting. But even within that schedule, couldn't we do something so you're not reporting reporting your meeting 10 days later in some cases? That's all. Now, that's just food for thought. I didn't expect you to make a comment tonight because I know you want to go. You want to leave. Everybody's got stuff to do at home and fun.
Actually, I'm very open, so I appreciate that feedback, and so that could be something from a timing from a committee perspective, but also from a board meeting perspective. There's nothing that prevents us from having a non-action section where we can have a working session, and we can do that either
I don't want to do 3 times.
We can either do it once, but we can do it once a month, or we can do it with each meeting. So that's something that we have some
All right,
flexibility
so-
over. So, but I'm glad you
All right.
raised
I
that.
had
Thank you.
I had something else on another topic. As per, Robert's rules, which I was boning up on over the couple of weeks since we were off, I just wanted to make the announcement that at the following meeting, I'm going to be making a motion for a revote on the English class that we passed at the last meeting. Just wanted to announce that. And that's all I had to announce. Thank you.
I'll ask with the new membership if we can have an opportunity for the Education Committee to look at that class proposal again and then be able to provide their additional guidance if there's any new information for the next meeting. Okay. All right. Any other? All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? We're adjourned. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
I was gonna say, how does that happen?
Yep. Thank you.